Well, it's kind of a bleak day outside, and it's an even bleaker day when you get a bunch of bad news, and unfortunately that's what this little episode's about. Some passings that have just happened in the last couple of weeks. Um, First up would be David Soul, unfortunately. That was a couple days ago, I believe. Of course, David was the star of that iconic TV series Starsky and Hutch, as well as the made-for-TV movie Salem's Lot, directed by Tobe Hooper. And he was also in Clint Eastwood's Magnum Force, the second Dirty Harry movie. So I know he bounced around in a few other things. He was a pretty iconic guy and, another staple of 70s television. The other person who passed away was Killer Khan, the sumo wrestler turned professional wrestler. I don't remember his real name, but he became infamous for breaking Andre the Giant's leg, or so they would have you think. What actually happened was the day of the match, Andre was getting out of the bed in his motel and he tangled his ankle or something and broke it. So of course he couldn't work the match, so they got him there and they ran the angle of Killer Khan jumping and breaking his ankle. When they took him to the hospital, interesting sidebar, the doctors didn't really know how much anesthetic they should give him to put him out. So Andre solved that problem by asking them to bring in 2 bottles of Crown Royal, which he downed, and then they did this, set his ankle. So another wrestling legend gone. And unfortunately today I got the bad news that Golden Age adult film performer Jose Duval had passed away with his wife Danielle. Around Christmas time, Jose had posted on Facebook that all he wanted right now was one last dinner with Danielle, one last drink, and then they say goodbye. I PM'd him on that, and I said, you may want to take that down because I understand where you're coming from, but some other people may not. Jose was in the hospital over the holidays. He wasn't doing good. He had a heart condition. Danielle had dementia. So I don't know what the story is, and it's none of my business. All I know is I agree with him on what he wanted to do because I would want to do the same thing. It's just sad, and he was a beloved guy in the adult film community, and old ladies, Jean Silver, Vanessa Del Rey, and them, they're all mourning his and Danielle's passing. He and Danielle were married for 50 years, which is rare in this time, but I have to think what kind of sucks is if you're in that shape and that bad a shape, and I've known people that are, and you wind up in these rehab facilities, which are nothing more than waiting to die facilities, because let's face it, you're not fucking coming out. And I dealt with this with my friend Gary Kent and Gary Clark and others. It kind of sucks because we're locked into that whole Judeo-Christian thing about suicide is sin, and if you commit suicide, you go to hell. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not one for laying around in pain and being injected with a bunch of shit and having people wipe my ass and change my bedpan and prop me up so I can watch mind-numbing TV until I eventually pass away. No. Honestly, if I got to the point where I couldn't take care of myself, I'd pull the plug. I don't want that to happen to me. I've seen it happen to too many people, and it's you basically people you sit there waiting for people to come visit you, and it's like you're lying in state already. It's just not good, and sometimes no one comes to visit you. So I went through this with my aunt. She was on life support for like 6 months because they believed that taking her off was killing her. It's kind of messed up, and we should be able as rational adults to be able to make that choice if we're able to make that choice, or have someone else make that choice for us, because it just kind of sucks. And like I said, I've been there. I've made no bones about it. I've been on the edge before. And in life, sometimes you're just pushed to that point. And luckily for me, last March, I found someone who kept me from going over the edge, and we found each other, we care about each other, and it's a whole different thing now. But like I said, I can relate because I've been there, and like I said, I wouldn't want that for me. So that's just my opinion on the subject. I feel as rational adults we should be able to make that choice and not have some religious organization say, oh no, you're going to hell. Hey, at least hell's warm. This fucking place is freezing. So on that note, stay safe, stay close to your friends and family, and we'll catch you on the flip side.